Hey, I'm you, from the future.
You're me?
I know. Drink this.
It's working!
Keep drinking! We did it!
Got milk?
Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. That means all praises to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son. I'm Chief Priest Alazar Ben Loya of Exodus 17:15 Hebrew Israelites, aka the SECT of the Sicarii. Alright, coming to you with another milk lesson. In this lesson, what I want to talk about is preaching Christ of contention. Okay? Some people condemn the way certain Hebrew Israelites, the way we conduct ourselves in a debate format, often especially with so-called Christians. Okay, they say, oh, that's not the right spirit, that's not a contentious spirit, that's not a spirit of love. You know, they say all these things. Well, let's see if the spirit of contention over the scriptures that we come with is actually biblically based. First, let's go to the book of Philippians, the first chapter, and we're going to start here at the 14th verse. And many of the brethren in the Lord, waxing confident by my bonds, are much more bold to speak the word without fear. So we got to be bold and speak the word without fear. That's actually commendable. Okay. Verse 15. Some indeed preach Christ even of envy and strife, and some also of goodwill. So some people preach it of envy and strife, some people of goodwill. The one preacheth Christ of contention, not sincerely, supposing to add affliction to my bonds. Right. So it says that some people insincerely preach Christ of contention, but the other of love, knowing that I am set for the defense of the gospel. What then? Notwithstanding every way, whether in pretense or in truth. So whether you're doing it falsely or truthfully, falsely just doing it contentiously for strife and envy, or in truth, Christ is preached, and I therein do rejoice, yea, I will rejoice. So Paul rejoiced whether Christ was preached of contention or not. Why? Because either way, Christ is being preached. Yahushua is being preached, which is his real name. Okay? So even if we were not wholeheartedly and fully invested into these scriptures and contending from a standpoint of truth, you should be happy that Christ is being preached anyway. That's according to the Bible. Okay, but now let's get into the scriptures that actually substantiate the fact that we can be contentious and debate, all right, in even aggressive manners for the faith. Let's go firstly to the book of Jude. Let's go to the book of Jude at the in the third verse. The first chapter is just one chapter long, and the third verse rather. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that you should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. So you got to earnestly contend for the faith, man. Okay, and debating is contending, man. Okay. Like fighting, man. We're fighting with these scriptures with our sword, man, spiritually, so the truth can be established. So you got to earnestly or honestly and wholeheartedly contend for the faith. Does that involve debate? Yes. Can that sometimes become aggressive? Yes. But it's scriptural, okay? And it's actually something that we are told, we are exhorted, we are commanded to do. This is 1 Thessalonians, the second chapter and the second verse. But even after we had suffered before and were shamefully entreated, as ye know at Philippi, we were bold in our God to speak unto you the gospel of the Most High with much contention. So you got to be bold and speak the gospel with much contention. This is what the righteous apostles of old did, and this is what we are to do. So when you see us doing it, you can't condemn it. We're just walking the same walk that the apostles of old did. I'm going to read this one more time so it can sink in. This is 1 Thessalonians 2:2. But even after we had suffered before and were shamefully entreated, as ye know at Philippi, we were bold in our God to speak unto you the gospel of God with much contention. Okay, so they spoke the gospel with much contention. And this is the same thing we're doing when you see us debating out on the streets. Okay, trying to stop heresies from going out and being spread. Okay, we just in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, in a righteous spirit. This is Proverbs 28:4. They that forsake the law praise the wicked. Okay, when you forsake the law, of the Lord gave us, when you forsake the Mosaic Law, okay? Which if you go to the scripture about the video about the Old Testament being done away with, we clearly show that that's not done away with, and we still have to live by that. Okay, they that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. So when you keep the laws and the statutes, commandments, and the ways that the Lord gave us here in the Old Testament, you are contending with the wicked, and we're supposed to contend with the wicked. All right. So if you see us contending with you, it's probably because you're wicked, or you said something that's wicked, or you teaching something that's wicked, whether you is conscious to it or you ignorant to it. Okay. But with that, I want to say again, Shalom, and call halal, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.